Yo folks, how you all doing today? MurrayMinter75. Guys, I'm back for another video. Not a vlog today, you know, I don't obviously, as you know, international break as it is just now. So no Hibs vlog for me this week, but I had to come and film a wee video. There's too much happening this week in Scottish football for me not to speak about things and have my say about a couple of certain things that are really pissing me off. It is a rant for me today. There's nothing more, nothing less I can say about the whole thing. At the end of the day, you know, I'm having a rant, which obviously you know I like doing. But I know that expression, a week's a long time in football, right? I want to know what the expression is for a week's a long time in Scottish football, because Scottish football just now is to me, after the game against Israel there last night, I'm not going to say it's at its lowest point, but it's not far off it. I just think that we're in this predicament again when it comes to, you know, major tournaments and everything like that. We just seem to be, I don't know. I mean, I'm struggling to even put the words together here, guys. I'm really quite fucked off. But for me, Scottish football just now, it is. I actually think we're a joke, to be quite honest. Not so much the domestic game. Anybody who knows me knows I will big up the Scottish domestic game, because for me, it's. I think the Scottish the Scottish domestic game is a really good product. Okay? Nobody's got to sit there and tell me otherwise. I don't buy into this argument that Scottish football's a pub league and everything like that. The Scottish top flight's a pub league and everything like that. Doesn't go for me, right? And to be quite honest, I've said it loads of times as well, that I feel that if you say that, you just are so ignorant if you say things like that. For me, saying that it's a pub league where you don't know anything about it, you don't know anything about the teams up here, you don't know anything about the games up here, you don't know about anything about the standard up here. And as I've already turned and said quite a few times, you know, I think a lot of players are surprised with how good the standard of football is up here in Scotland. One player that comes to mind is Joey Barton, who came out and said in the paper before as he signed for Rangers, that he was going to own Scottish football. Scott Brown would be in his back pocket. He was going to be the #1 big gun. He lasted 7 or 8 games or whatever it was. Didn't quote me, but you know, the amount of players who, like Martin Wycorn's another one. Martin Wycorn, who just signed for Derby County for 8 point whatever million pounds in the Scottish Championship, was playing great, banging goals in right, left and centre. Comes up to the Scottish top flight, can he string a pass? Can he string a pass? Can he shoot? Can he score? Goes down for next to nothing, and the next thing, he scores a couple of goals for Ipswich, gets sold on for £8 million. That's the difference between Scottish and English football right there. It's all money, right? That's no fuck about. It's all money. There's nobody that's got to tell me any different. If teams like Rangers, Celtic, Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, all these players, all these teams at the end of the day are the same finances as what a lot of Premier League clubs in England had, it would be a totally different ball game. But we're never going to get that, because for whatever reason there's not a lot of interest in Scottish football, which I find astonishing. Yeah, granted, Scottish football teams don't do really great when it comes to Europe, but unfortunately, you know, you're coming up against teams that, you know, they're maybe halfway through their domestic season, and I'm not making excuses, but you know, fitness plays a massive part in these games. Do you know what I mean? You look at teams like when Hibs played Molde at Easter Road, there was nothing between these two teams, and yet when we played them over at their place, the last 20 minutes, that's when they took over. The last 20 minutes when we threw away chances and we gave away silly goals. But if one of the chances had been taken, who's to say anything? So, but I just think that, you know, where we go recently, the national team is just, it's nothing shy of a disgrace. I mean, why we went back to Alex McLeish in the first place, to be quite honest and blunt, is it's a joke. It's a joke that we went back to Alex McLeish. I'm not trying to be funny. I had an argument with my friend. Well, not an argument. I made quite a valid point last night with my mate. As we were talking, you know, he says that we should sack Alex McLeish and give the job to Walter Smith. Force Walter Smith out of retirement, he said. And I turned and said to him, no, because if you think back on it, when we done the Euro 2008 qualifying campaign, where we narrowly lost it, you know, it was glorious failure that year, but as soon as Rangers came calling, Walter Smith went bye-bye. As soon as what's her name? As soon as Birmingham City came calling, McLeish done the same thing. So why are we going back? To me, why are we going back a step and hiring Alex McLeish again? Now, listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Anybody who knows me, I know that Gordon Strachan, when he was Scotland manager, he divided opinions. He divided my opinion quite a lot because I felt he was too loyal to certain players. And I think, in that sense, he probably should have freshened things up a wee bit. But there's no dispute what he done as Scotland national manager. We were unbeaten in 2017. You know what I mean? We were unbeaten. We missed out, again, narrowly on a playoff place for Euro... Well, no, the Euros. Sorry, for the World Cup. So, I mean, I don't understand why we went back to Walter Smith. To Alex McLeish, I beg your pardon. And, Ken, we went back to Alex McLeish. So far, we've played the likes of Peru, we've played Mexico, we've played Belgium, we're playing Portugal soon. Why? Why are these teams that are so much better than Scotland? Why are we bothering with international friendlies? If you're going to have an international friendly, have a game against somebody who is a similar standard to you. Don't fleece your supporters £35 to sit in a half-empty stadium to see Portugal fucking roll into town and roll you over. Again, play a team like, I don't know, I mean, play a team that is a similar standard to you. Give your fans the opportunity to actually come and see the national side. Didn't fucking put them away. Didn't send them away on their path. But I mean, that's where the SFA are massively fucked right now, because they are 20, 30 years in the past with the way that they run the game. For the highest order, down to fucking grassroots football, they've not got a Scooby-Doo. I'm not trying to be funny. This is the SFA at the end of the day who decided to have both League Cup semi-finals on the same day. A decision at the end of the day that was so massively opposed, it took fucking every fucking outlay to get them to change their minds. And they come out with the whole thing, we're contractually obliged to have them both at Hampden, but then change their mind again to say, oh no, we're going to go to Murrayfield. Now granted, that was somebody connected to Hampden that made that decision. That's fine, I understand that. But whoever came up with that original plan needs shot. Needs shot right away. I'm sorry, nah. I understand why why you need to have, why the idea was there, but it was never going to work. Right, so that's just, anyway, I'm going to rant about something else now, right? You've got that, and then whoever again came up with the idea of inducting Paul Gascoigne into the Scottish Football Hall of Fame needs shot. Didn't get me wrong, and everything I am about to say here, it is not against Paul Gascoigne, it is not against anything against what this guy done. Anybody who knows me knows I rated Paul Gascoigne to the highest order as a footballer, not as a person, as a footballer, because he was one of the few players who could actually fucking drag you through the game on his own. He could win you the game on his own, right? But then you take into account everything that happened off the pitch with him, drinking, battering his wife, everything like that. I'm no disputing that the guy's got mental health issues, which again, bear in mind that I've come for mental health issues recently. I can't condemn him for some of the things that he does where mental health is concerned, because to me, it was a cry for help. But you throw in his drinking, and you throw in the fact that people lead him astray, and he's so easily led astray. I watched a clip the other day there on Twitter, and it was him at a Rangers... It was a Rangers, like a smokers night for Rangers, or whatever it was. And they're playing Simply the Best, and the next thing you know, Paul Gascoigne singing, was it Fuck the Pope and the IRA? Now, for me, he looked bubbled in this clip. But the thing that annoys me is the fact that the Rangers supporters and a lot of people in the mainstream media mainstream media, probably more so. I'm not going to say anything against Rangers fans because I'm probably sure that the majority of them there would have just wanted to look after them, right? So I'll retract that bit about the Rangers supporters. But when the mainstream media is concerned, well, actually no. I'm not going to retract that thing about all Rangers fans. I'm going to say certain ones. Whoever put that clip up on Twitter of Paul Gascoigne singing Simply the Best, no, I'm sorry, you're not a fan. You've actually set the guy up to fall. Right? Mainstream media, do the same. Every news article, everything like that, they get on them, they plaster it across the media. No wonder the guy's got mental health issues. No wonder he turns to drink. Right? And I understand that the guy's probably heartbroken that he's had that nomination taken away, but unfortunately, I'm sorry, I just don't think he should have been anywhere near it in the beginning. It's nothing to do with him as a person. It's nothing. I don't even think it's anything to do with him as a footballer, to be honest with you. But I just didn't think he should have been there in the first place. And the fact of the matter is, as I say, you throw everything into the mix with, again, drinking, everything like that. It was never going to work. Okay, and as I say, I think so many people set the poor guy up to fall, and it just shouldn't go, right? So, I mean, I can't work that out, but that's me. Right, guys, I'm going to stop ranting now. I'm going to hopefully try and calm myself down. I just had to come through and make a video because I'm so pissed off with everything that's gone on in Scottish football this week, the national team this week, and just with a few other things that have happened. I've just have been really annoyed about the fact that these things are happening, and it's so simple, and it's so simple at the end of the day that it's so simple to avoid, but we just didn't seem to do that. We just seem to want to go with the controversy, go with the, and to be quite honest, it's like we're happy to be embarrassed. I didn't understand this whole thing, again, and this is my last point that I'm going to make. The whole thing with the marketing team at the SFA. Every time we do a campaign, it's this time, and it's the same shit, different campaign. Can what I mean? It's stupid, it's dumb. But anyway, as I say, I was ranting, I was raving, I had to come through and make a video. I really do appreciate you listening to me, and I do feel better for ranting and venting, so thank you very much for that. I'm going to leave the video there. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up because it helps me out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, MoneyWinter75. Click the bell icon beside the subscribe button, that will let you know when I upload. Please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Anything you want to talk to me about. If you want a shout out on a video, contact me on this as well. Contact me on Instagram, MurrayWinter75. Contact me on Twitter, it's @Murray1875, or find me on Facebook and it's Stephen Murray that you're looking for. Okay guys, but I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for listening to me. I really hope you have a nice weekend. Hopefully Scotland will not get beat too badly on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday against Portugal, or Monday or whenever it is. But we'll just have to wait and see. But that being said, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Sure.